saw that this is the world of Gen Z, when we saw that the protest was taking place by Gen Zs in Nepal, we thought there is something very different happening around the world. But this particular time, now there is a rapper who turned into the next prime minister of Nepal. I mean, I'm not kidding. This is a true thing which has happened in Nepal right now. Everywhere, the Nepal's new prime minister, Balen Shah's entire picture and entire TikTok videos is roaming around. In fact, he has been dancing all over the time while he became the prime minister. Yes. So this is the new era. Everybody out here is, getting into new era, and he is one of the youngest prime minister that Southeast Asia has ever seen. I mean, he's just 35. Do you understand that in 35 he became the prime minister? Not just that, he is a rapper, he is a civil engineer, and he is so much more. And that is what something is very different. But now, coming on geopolitically, how things are changing and what new things after Nepal's new prime minister we can expect as an Indian out there. Let's focus on this entire thing. So basically, Balinder Shah's entire party, RSP, that party stands for anti-corruption, and that is very youth-oriented as well. They don't want corruption to be there and all of that. Since you know that Nepal has been a country which has no employment left in the country, most of the people migrate from there. Most of the people out there has no work to do, just tourism. That's it. People out there have just been exploited by the last prime minister Oli, and that is why the whole protest and everything happened up right there. Now there's also this one interesting thing about Valender Shah. Okay, he's not like any other Southeastern Asian prime minister out there. Can you see this entire timeline when protest happened in Sri Lanka? After that the interim government was formed after Vikram Singhe was kicked out of his governance and all of that. Now the new president out there still showed inclination towards Pakistan and China and not India. Same thing happened in Bangladesh as well. The protest happened and everything. Yunus became the head of interim government, and he chose the side of US, Pakistan, and China, and not India. But Valender Shah is a different personality. He knew that only two players in this entire Southeast Asia rules. The one is India, the other one is China. He thinks of maintaining good relationship both of the country. So this is a very, very nice news for India right now. See, we need to understand this one thing. No matter how strong we're getting geopolitically, still our neighbors out there have become our enemy right now. So we really need to power pack our performances. We really need to maintain good relationship. It's never a profitable deal that all of our neighbors are getting this into this animosity situation with us. Now moving forward, what else is very nice about Balinder Shah? So Balinder Shah has been believing in this equality, believing in this balancing relationship. He's believing in doing new trades with India as well. See, basically with China, Oli has been doing a lot of trade, but in that trade there was a lot of deficit gap. So basically China used to export 90% of material in this entire trade deal between Nepal and China to Nepal. In that case, Nepal was never, in a condition that they were progressing or profiting out of the whole thing or whole investment. Oli was this one person who has always believed in monarchy. Nepal was a country who was into so much pressure and so much things because of the monarchy going out on there. But this time, Gen Zs have taken up the street, and this time Gen Zs came up with their representative. Now, this entire leader has been a very, interesting personality. He is that one person who has actually defeated Oli, the former prime minister of Nepal, in his own constituency. I mean, this is no more a kidding. A prime minister who has been elected so many times in Nepal has been defeated by this one person because of its, outrageously charming personality, and people are like, he is something different. And RSP is not just a party who has been into the Nepal's politics since so long. RSP has just joined the politics. I mean, they're not that old. They're just 4 years old. And whereas you see other parties, in Nepal Congress and many other parties, those parties have been there for decades. But right now, RSP has changed everything out there in the world forum. And also, there's another one good thing. So basically, Balen Shah is more overly focusing on China and India right now, and in his entire inclination, there is a thing that he is going to make good relations with PM Narendra Modi, because he has understand this one thing, that if we need to grow in this entire region, we cannot go to China. China will always try to export things, and there will always be a deficit gap with that country, so they can never really marginalize it. So they are moving towards India. With India, they can actually, fill the deficit gap. They can actually have at least a fair trade deal in which, Nepal can also grow. And seeing the population of Nepalis in India right now, almost it's like most of the Nepal has almost settled down in India only. So it will be a very nice deal. It will be a very helpful thing if Nepal and India again starts having a good connection, again starts having good bilateral trade. Because before the earthquake which happened in Nepal, India and Nepal used to have good business platforms, good business deals and all of that. But after that entire thing, it just stopped and vanished from there, right? Now Balinder Shah is trying to move that entire thing back again. And there's another important thing about Balinder Shah. If you see him in a very the interrogative matter, you'll understand that he has been following PM Narendra Modi. He has been following the timeline of PM Narendra Modi, and actually, he's actually processing how he has made India to a level where India is standing right now. And he just wants to do the same thing, because one thing is very common between Nepal and India, that is the Hindu population out there. In both of the countries, there are a majority of Hindus, and both of the countries and both of these leaders are very much insecure for Hindutva, and they want Hindutva to rise, and they want to become the flag bearer of it, right? So in that situation, both of the countries are really going to work really hard on their entire self. And not just that, you need to understand this one entire thing, that we have been surrounded by so many neighbors, but none of them are actually on the sides of India. But if we help Nepal to grow, if we have Balander Shah to become, the only prime minister in Nepal to help Nepal grow, maintain the industrialization, revamp the entire Nepal. Yeah, Balendra Shah will be really, really happy, with all these facts. And PM Narendra Modi can actually secure a spot where they have at least one trustworthy neighbor. Because in the time we are going ahead, everybody is into war. Russia and Ukraine war did not end it. Israel ended the war with Gaza, but still we hear so many bombardments and everything happening in Gaza as well. Even till now, even after Gaza peace board has taken place into existence and all of that, even after that, you hear all of these noises right now. Okay? Now, moving forward to another war which has been happening between US, Iran, Israel, and Iran. Plus, Iran has also taken up the war with more than 13 Middle Eastern countries out there. So, in this whole particular manner, if you see right now, everything into it is into a very hassle-pazzle situation. We need to get a clear picture out of it. And in that entire thing, we see that how Balinder Shah is acting upon this entire thing. So Nepal's new Gen Z Prime Minister is having a lot of hope, and let's just hope that, as per the experts and all the kind of political inclination Balinder Shah has been having till now, let's just wait and watch how it turns out to be for India, because India is really excited and India is expecting for a good news coming up out here, because we're always up for all such friendly relationship happening between all of these countries, right? So let's just hope for something like that. That's all for today. If you like such geopolitical update, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe Global Shark. Thank you so much for watching us.